Well, hello YouTubers, this is Bob. It is so good to be back with you. Well, we are in for a treat today because I'm doing another special YouTube celebrity reading. And today's reading is going to be for TheSmiling666. He's one of my favorite people here on YouTube, and his name is David Barron. And I encourage you guys to check out his channel. I'm going to put the information down here in the box. But he's one of the most talented and great comedians. He's just a super guy. I love all his vlogs and his sketches. He's the best. So check him out, guys. Okay, well, David, before we get into your reading, give me just a moment and let me attune to the spirit world. Okay, here we are. Well, David, as I'm stepping forward into your vibration here, you know, I'm picking up around you a lot of banding of different colored lights of the aura. I'm getting some green light here, some pink light, some blue light, and some purple light. And these are very important and powerful colors around you. You know, I feel like the green light and the pink light here are talking to me about a lot of healing. And I feel like when I go back on your spirit chart, the last year for you has been really very much a year of letting go. There's a lot of energy here in the aura that speaks about healing, about physical healing, but also predominantly emotional healing. And I love it because it shows that you're really coming in to a greater place of balance than you've had in several years. And it looks very positive here for you. You know, I also get here around you, you know, that the month of August, this is your big power month coming up. And I feel like in August there's a lot of changes here around you. And I feel like you're being given a lot of energy right now to manifest all of those changes. Interestingly, I pick up some career changes around you. And I feel like you're going to have a chance here to be more and more in the media. And I want you to keep an eye out because I see some sort of connection with a television program. And I know you do radio. And Fletcher says the radio publicity increases as well. But I'm also seeing you jumping over into television as well. And I do feel that's an area where I want you to kind of be ready for, because I am seeing that, okay? Now, yeah, they're also asking me to talk to you about the month of September, because this is going to be another travel month. And I know you've already been on holiday, but guess what? You're going again. And I see a connection this fall connected with Asia around you. I won't put that September, maybe October, but it looks like there's a connection, possibly China, okay? So just remember that, okay? Thank you. All right, Fletcher said you got a lot of spirit people back here, okay? Now, you have some spirit guides around you, and one of your spirit guides is St. Francis. Yes, the St. Francis of Assisi. He's working with you, and he's helping you in the writing side of things. He's helping you to open to that poetic license that you've been trying to capture, and he's working with you. He's also said he's been around you helping with the emotional healing as well. So St. Francis is one of your guides, okay? You also have another guide around you. It's an angel, and the name is Lyon, L-Y-O-N. It's a French name. And this is one of your guardian spirits. And Lyon said he's been with you since childhood. And it's interesting because I feel like in your childhood, it was like, you know, your mom was always saying, all right, who are you talking to, you know? But it was like you would talk to the angels. And you may not remember it all, but if you check with your family, I bet there's some records of that, okay? Anyways, but he's working with you. And I'm also being told that he's helping you to remember some of your past lives. Because I do feel like this year, part of your energy, as I said, is an emotional, but it's letting go. And it's not just letting go of this life, but it's also resolving past life trauma. And I do feel like you're getting harmony there. Now, you know, interestingly, one of your past lives was in France. And it was in the 1500s, and you were actually a Roman Catholic cardinal. Yes, you were. You were a high-ranking Vatican person. And you lived in France, and you used to you were very good at restoration work, and you used to restore churches and restore art that was decaying since the Middle Ages. And you know what's interesting about that, David? I feel that's one of your themes on your spirit chart, is that of restore or restoration. And I feel like you tend to do that throughout your life. It's like you find old things and you make them new again. Or you find broken people and you restore them to goodness and wholeness and let them know they're okay. And I do see you, as we go through this year, having more opportunities to do restoration work, whether it's items, antique furniture, or actually also with people. So remember that. That's one of your themes, is restoration, okay? Now, I also get here around you something going on here with script writing, and I do feel that you will be also doing some writing projects this year and writing some scripts, possibly for a stage show or even something connected with the radio or TV production field. But I am seeing writing projects around you here. And you know, I'd like to say I see you writing a book too. But I kind of almost feel like every time you get into trying to write a book, or you've ever thought about it, it kind of gets sidetracked. So I don't know if book writing's your thing, but script writing, I definitely see you doing that, okay? Now, I'm also getting around you here. Hold on. There's somebody else coming through. Rose is here. Okay, my spirit guide, Rose, is here. And she says, I'm helping him, she says, to have harmony and peace in his relationship. Okay, because sometimes I feel like, you know, in the emotional area, it's like gets to extremes with you. And I don't say to be critical, I'm just saying Rose is asking me to. She says, I'm bringing a feeling of even energy there around him. So she's going to be working with you, okay? All right, thank you. Hold on, somebody else is here. All right. I also pick up here, I'm getting a grandfather vibration here around you. And this man comes in here around you, and it's interesting because he keeps talking about, he says, I am whole again. And he shows me his skin, and he particularly says, I don't have translucent skin anymore. My skin is balanced. It's interesting because I feel at the time of his crossing, there may have been some issue with him, almost like the skin was becoming so thin, he was wasting away, like the skin was translucent. And he says, look, my skin's not translucent anymore. He gives me those words around it. But I do feel that you have a grandfather here in spirit around you. I want to place this on the father's side, the family here. And I feel that this man comes in here to bring a lot of blessing and healing to you. And he says to tell you, he says, yes, I'm very proud of him. And he also talks about the name David here. And I know that's your name. And I don't know if he shared that name with you, or he was somehow connected to your name, or if it was like his best friend was David. But I'm hearing the name David also being given to me around this grandfather. So I'm not getting clearly connection, but I want to bring that over. But he does say, and tell him of David. So I'm hearing that. So hopefully that makes some sense to you. But I do feel he's here. And he feels whole again. And that's the thing he wants to bring over. Okay? He also has in spirit around him a lot of angels. And he says, yes, he said, I was taken over by a whole crew. So I feel like at the time of his crossing, it was like the whole room was filled with all these people who had come to greet him. And I keep seeing him almost like before he went out, he was like looking, or, you know, right the day before he crossed, he was looking around, he even having conversations. But he says, I'm in the light and I'm fine. And he tells me to tell you that he's been visiting you, okay? So he is around you, sending a lot of light and a lot of love, okay? Yes, thank you. Thank you, Fletcher. All right. All right. Now, David, I also want to touch in here as well to let you know to keep an eye out here, because they are showing me as well that there could be possibly after the new year an issue around a move for you also. And I don't know if you're planning to move, but they show me an opportunity here being presented to you that you may want to consider looking at a new residence here. And it's not an issue like I'm being thrown out or anything like that, but it's an opportunity that it's about success for you. And I do feel like you may have a chance to do a relocation here. And interestingly, I see you moving possibly closer to a city area. And I want to even move this closer to like strange is going to sound, West End London, okay? So who knows? We'll see what happens with that. This is very interesting, okay? Anyways, listen, David, things are looking good for you. Just keep going. Remember what I told you about restoration, because that's a recurring theme for you. I see you blessing a lot of people, and I'm seeing a lot of success for you, okay? Anyways, thank you for the honor to do your reading. I'm blessed to know you. And listen, guys, go and subscribe down here to his channel. He's one of the best. David, thank you so much for having me here. Blessings to you.